Shalom and welcome to another installment of Apostles GMS, giving all praises to Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Today's date is March 28, 2015. Last week we went into, we touched on for about maybe a good half an hour, maybe less, maybe more, on health, in general. And we got good responses on it. And I noticed that a lot of you guys are sickly. A lot of you guys don't know how to, eat right or, take care of your bodies. A lot of you guys are sick because you're not eating the right foods. You're not, taking in the right supplements. You still eat that soul food diet. That which is mostly acid-based foods. So, we're going to get certain individuals within GMS in New York, and there's others in other states that know about health. And, it's up to y'all to make these videos, too, to show these guys how to eat to live. That's a quote from Elijah Muhammad's book, but that's an actual statement that I'm making. I'm not stealing that quote, but that quote makes a lot of sense. You got to eat to live. You eat wrong, you're going to get sick, you're going to stay sick, and then you're going to die. Now, the Most High has the power over life and death, and you can eat whatever you want to eat, and the Most High can still, keep your body strong. But you can be sick, but you can reverse that sickness, whether it be diabetes, what's that other one with the colon, the diverticulitis, colitis, and if you don't take care of it, it turns into colon cancer, and colon cancer, you die a slow death, a slow, agonizing, horrible death, because we've seen what colon cancer can do to an individual, okay? And it goes back to drinking hard liquor. And you guys get together, you drink that brown juice. That brown juice ain't the way to go, my man. That E&J, Christian Brothers, whatever the hell you drink, that Hennessy, that hard stuff, that ain't good. That breaks down your bodies. It breaks down your body. It breaks down your cells. So you have to reverse all of that, man. All right? So, later in the show we might go into that. I'm going to bring out a couple of articles. And the way we found this information is on the web. There's a lot of bullshit on the web, but there's a lot of good things on the web, too. It's both good and bad. Leave that alone. I speak for a minute.
Khan, yep, that's right. And basically, when you find these different articles, you can basically, bring it out, grab scriptures or bring it out and just basically, show the significance of that particular article, in response or in linked to the scriptures and prophecy, because that's that's so what I'm looking for. That's a way that you can link the scriptures with prophecy, as Yahweh Shai mentioned, that watch as well as pray. I was trying to remember the scripture, the quote. So basically, watching as well as praying means that you have to go and look for certain things that are happening out there, in the world today, so to speak, that pertain to prophecy, so that to show that we're coming closer and closer to the very end, because when you see all these things happening around in the world, then you know that the time is coming where the Lord is going to do something. The Lord spoke about wars and rumors of wars. Now, there's always been wars and rumors of wars throughout history, but the intensity of it right now is at an all-time high. That's how you know that we're getting closer and closer. The situation over there in the Middle East with all these different armies gathering together, and all these different skirmishes happening, whether they're intentional or whether they're happening because people are feuding for either land, resources, or whatever the case may be. So these are prophecies to show you that we're at the very end. And the thing about it is those prophecies of the wars with famine pestilence and different things that are happening. The microchip, which is something that no other group really teaches outside of Great Millstone, except for I don't know if they still teach it or not. The GOCC.
Yeah, the GOCC touches on it. They don't put enough. I mean, you're supposed to constantly put that up. That's a major prophecy, and also the HODC. They agree with it, but they don't put no videos. Matter of fact, they took the whole winter off. Just like Nate. Nate's men took the whole winter off. Okay? And we got scriptures to show you that you're supposed to be out there in the middle of the winter, man.
Yeah, so you have a scripture?
Yeah, you can comment on it. It's the book of Revelation 22:10. It says, "And he saith unto me, seal not the sayings of the prophecy of this book, for the time is at hand."
Yeah, that's right. So that says seal not. So if you're not sealing, meaning what? You're not concealing it. You're not hiding it. You're constantly reminding the people about it, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, because that's something else that's commanded us in the scriptures. You know, that the Lord spoke to Ezekiel, which we'll get that scripture too. You know, so our job is to see what's coming and to warn you about it, because if we don't, then the Lord's going to deal with us. You know, and then the warning, you don't just say it once, you keep repeating it. You know, when you read the scriptures is a story that's told over and over and over again. The Most High keeps repeating certain things, or how when you read all throughout the Old Testament, the Lord keeps speaking about how he delivered us from Egypt, you know, and what happened, and the great deliverance, and he keeps repeating it so that you won't forget. You know, so we have to keep going over prophecies, keep going over breakdowns, keep going over stuff. It may seem repetitive, but that's our job, to keep telling you of these things that are coming and are happening. That's why this Ezekiel 2:1, it says, "And he said unto me, Son of man, stand upon thy feet, and I will speak unto thee. And the Spirit entered into me when he spake unto me, and set me upon my feet, that I heard him that spake unto me. And he said unto me, Son of man, I sent thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that hath rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted. I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, Thus saith the Lord power." And that's why a lot of you guys, you get mad, because you're thinking that this is a personal attack on an individual or a particular group, and it's not. When we're speaking, the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushua is speaking through us to warn you. You know, the same way when Yahweh Shai spoke 2,000 years ago. You know, the things that he was saying were things that were given to him directly from the Most High himself, Yahweh. You know, and the people were mad and angry because the things that he was saying was cutting him, you know, because he wasn't being a nice guy, so to speak. You know, so they hated him. You know, so it's the same thing today. So you guys are taking it as a personal attack on one individual or a particular group or groups, but it has nothing to do with that. It's a matter of the Lord telling us to tell you these things, to prophesy to you about these things. It says, because the Lord said that you're impudent children. It says, "And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there hath been a prophet among them." You know, because the day of reckoning is coming. You know, the day when the Lord is going to reveal everything, and he's going to show who's right and who's wrong. You know, all these other groups that are pussyfooting around with the mark of the beast thing. You know, Nate and General Johanna. You know, and others, and like Elder Apostle Tar just said, you guys that agree and understand that the mark of the beast is the microchip, you're not pushing it enough. You're not speaking about it. You know.
Well, they couldn't push it for the last 3 months. They took off. Most of them guys took off. They took that whole winter off, man. That's the new trend in Israel outside the circle of GMS.
That's right. It says Ezekiel 2:6, "And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with thee, and thou dost dwell among scorpions. Be not afraid of their words, nor be..."